Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are LA.
Yesterday, the Angels' bats came alive for 11 runs with 15 hits on the board against the Tigers to take the series. Tonight, it's an American League West showdown as the Halos take on baseball's best in the Houston Astros. Angels, Stros, next. Mentioned it before, the road has not been kind to the Angels, but it's certainly nice to pick up 2 of 3 against the Tigers and trying to get some momentum here in Houston. It's the first of 3 against the Houston Astros. We welcome you inside Minute Maid Field and back to Angels baseball on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. And yesterday afternoon's performance by the Angels offense, especially after the first 2 innings by Michael Fulmer, kind of came out of nowhere. But 2 big innings, and that catapulted them to the win.
Yeah, Victor, when you think about it, some really good quality at-bats using the entire field, picking up 15 hits along the ride, 13 of them singles, I'm going to say 12 singles, 3 doubles during the course of that game, driving the ball very well, even against a very good pitcher in Michael Fulmer. They didn't try to do too much. That's why they were able to put up those numbers, 11 runs. You're going to have to do that, especially when you play down here in Minute Maid against this Houston Astro ball club, because they swing the bat well, and they've been scoring a lot of runs of late. Going to need to score some runs here today.
Yeah, that Angels offense striking out just 1 time in the game yesterday. You mentioned Brad Peacock's on the mound for the Houston Astros, but when you talk about the Astros, they are star-studded, and all of them are performing.
And they all are swinging the bats very well. We mentioned how much they're scoring runs of late. Their star players are really swinging the bat well. Once again, Jose Altuve, 325 batting average, which is 6th best in the American League. You talk about a guy that has plate coverage. Well, he certainly has that. Driving the ball, too, with authority with 9 home runs. And speaking of home runs, although not in the lineup here tonight, George Springer, 400 batting average, but 7 home runs in his last 13 games. And Carlos Correa, we knew at some point early in the year he was struggling a little bit with the bat. That's not the case anymore. Last 14 games, batting average just under 400, including 16 RBI for Carlos Correa. So they are swinging the bats well as a team, and those star players are doing the same.
Astros have tied a franchise record, having scored 5 or more runs in 12 straight. So Matt Shoemaker will have his hands full, and we'll talk about the pitching matchup when we return.
Halos and Astros getting ready to kick off a 3-game weekend series. We welcome you back inside the park. Kent French back with you. Halos have a tough task at hand, taking on the best team in baseball, a team whose offense has been on fire. Homers in 16 in a row. They scored at least 5 runs in 12 straight. How are they going to slow them down? Well, they're going to look to Matt Shoemaker here tonight. He's faced him twice this season. He's 0-2. He's given up 7 earned runs, but over his last 5 games, you look at the numbers, he's been solid, 4-1 with a 2.73 ERA in just under 30 innings pitched. He'll be opposed tonight by Brad Peacock. He's a guy who started the season in the bullpen, but he's been a starter the last 3 times out. You take his numbers there, 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA in 15 innings when he has taken the hill as a starter for the Astros. Well, it's about ready for Halos baseball. It is Star Wars night. Halos hope the Force is with them. Victor Rojas, Mark Gubazon will have the first pitch. Stick around. It's coming up right after this.
Fox Sports West is being brought to you by our local Southern California Land Rover retailers. By Jack in the Box, come try the new sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger and chicken sandwich for limited time only. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places. Welcome back to Houston, Texas, as we get ready for a 3-game series against the Houston Astros. The Angels with the series win yesterday against the Tigers, coming to play tonight with a 31-32 record, tied for second in the American League West. 13 games back of these Houston Astros, who have just been a runaway locomotive so far this season at 43-18. The lineup for Mike Scioscia looks like this. The Angels got some good news today in that Cameron Maybin was able to come off the disabled list, took some batting practice. They changed the lineup because originally was not in the lineup, but Cam was in there to lead things off. Shane Robinson designated for assignment, and Gooby, I'm assuming that that's the guy that you're going to pick to click.
Yeah, Cameron Maybin, 270 batting average with 2 home runs, 7 RBI in the month of May. He's also a 289 hitter versus a 4-seam fastball with 2 home runs a season. Reason why I say that, because Brad Peacock throws a lot of 4-seam fastballs upper part of the strike zone to go along with his curveball, slider, and changeup.
You mentioned Brad Peacock, 29-year-old native of Palm Beach, Florida. 16th game, 4th start, and he's been very, very good since being added to the rotation.
Yeah, his fastball not necessarily overpowering. He'll spot it very well. 90 to 94 range slider. Throws a lot of those. Curveball, changeup, a lot of ball speed pitches from Brad Peacock. My go-tos to be successful against him tonight. lay off that non-strike slider. He tries to get you to chase his slider out of the strike zone and bring that four-seam fastball into your wheelhouse. In other words, don't swing it above the strike zone, bring it in the zone.
3-0 with a 2.30 ERA, 31 in the third inning, 16 hits, 47 strikeouts. He's averaging 13.5 strikeouts per 9 innings of work this year. Halos with the victory yesterday find themselves at 13-20 out on the road. It's the third meeting between these two teams. The second here at Minute Maid. Angels 2-5 so far against the Astros. First one tonight is downstairs. An overcast night. The roof, though, is open. I can't believe it is June 9th. And mild temperatures here in Houston. Very low humidity.
For here.
For here,
yes.
Yeah, relatively speaking. This one's fouled back. 1 ball would strike. Maybin hitting .242, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. Take a look at this Minute Park. It is Star Wars night here. Folks are still coming in to the facility. Kick off a homestand. Just coming off the road with the victory last night against the Kansas City Royals. 1-1 pitch. Downstairs. 2-1. Maybin's been good in this leadoff spot,
Yeah,
Kubi.
very patient, seeing a lot of pitches. You see those numbers in the leadoff spot. 391 with 5 RBI, 11 walks in. The most important thing, 13 runs scored for Cameron Maybin.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 391 batting average, 509 on base percentage, and an OPS of 1183 in that leadoff spot, encompassing 12 games. Slight oblique issue causing him to go on the 10-day DL. Peacock from the stretch, 2-2. Breaking pitch, a little weird hopping baseball over to Marvin Gonzalez, and it's I would imagine going to be a base hit for Cameron Maybin. That ball had some serious English
And why
on it.
would it happen here like that on a Star Wars night here? A routine ground ball, you thought, instead bounces away from Gonzalez, a very good fielder, off the bag by a lot. He goes for the baseball, and then it checked up and went the other way on him. Some spin on that baseball. But Maybin gets an infield hit, and right away, the threat of a stolen base on for the Angels.
13 bags for Cameron, leads the team. Here's Cole. Aren't too many players in this lineup that have had extensive experience against Brad Peacock. Cole's one of them. 1 for 15 in his career. Pujols 3 for 10.
And you could steal against Brad Peacock.
And that is driven high and deep to right field. Moving back on it is Josh Reddick. He's near the wall. Will put it away. Perhaps the difference of having the roof open.
Yeah, I was asking Luis Valbuena, because he played a number of years here in this ballpark, if there's a difference between the roof open and closed as far as the baseball carrying. He said definitely with the roof closed, it carries a lot better. And off the bat, I thought that had a chance to get out.
Yeah.
Hey, Albert Pujols getting booed here.
Yeah, greeted
Minute Maid
warmly
Park.
as always.
Yes.
In Houston. Why did they boo him? Why not boo Brad Lidge? He's the one that gave up the blast. Nassau still tracking that home run off of Albert's bat into orbit. Maybin's on the move. It's a breaking ball.
Mentioned can steal bases against Peacock. He's allowed 3 stolen bases in 3 attempts this season. When you go back throughout his career, now 27 stolen bases against him in 30 attempts. Huge jump by Maybin, picking up his 14th stolen base. Not real quick to the plate. Again, no chance to throw out. Maybin now in scoring position for Albert.
Two balls and no strikes. Albert comes in hitting .243, 9 home runs, 43 RBIs, and a single last night, and a run batted in via the sac fly. Now 42nd all time with 2,878 hits in his career.
Good count to do some damage now for Albert. Also 3 for 10 against Peacock. Fastball count. We know what Albert can do. You mentioned that swing he had against Brad Lidge in the playoffs. Went a long, long way. He's got a fastball count now to try to do the same.
Upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Pulls with the RBI yesterday. Now at 1,860 in his career. He's 13th all time. Mel Ott coming up next with 1,864.
Albert definitely be swinging here 3-0.
That's off the plate. Looked like Peacock didn't want to pitch to him. 2 on, 1 out. We'll take a look at the Astros on the defensive side of things tonight. Oakie's in left, Marisnik in center, Reddick in right. No George Springer in the lineup tonight. Bregman, Correa, Altuve, and Gonzalez from third to first. McCann behind the plate.
And Correa at short, we've seen him make some outstanding plays. We always talk about how well he swings the bat, but he's also a very solid defender at shortstop. 981 fielding percentage at shortstop, 4 errors made. And AJ Hinch always looking over that data during the course of the game in the dugout for the Astros. Done a very good job as the manager for this club.
Now Escobar takes low. 277 batting average for Uni.
The best start in franchise history. AJ Hinch at the helm, averaging 85 wins in the last 2 seasons under AJ. Helps having a lot of talent and young talent in the lineup.
Just outside. Maybin at second, Pools at first. 1 out here in the first inning. Maybin delayed steal, and he's in there safely. Albert, the interesting thing about that, as you watch Peacock throw the pitch, looked like Albert had the sign for Maybin to do a double steal. He kind of started, but he can't go anywhere unless Maybin goes.
Yeah, you got to wait. At that point, they're going to throw right back towards second. You see McCann looking that way first towards second. Still another stolen base. Again, you can steal against Brad Peacock. 2 stolen bases here in the first inning.
And a 3-0 count on Yunel Escobar. Luis Valbuena's on deck. And there's ball 4, so back-to-back walks. Really forcing that glove side for whatever reason.
And right away, an opportunity to get some runs across. We talked about in the opening how well the team swung the bat yesterday in Detroit. Pick up that series win. 11 runs on 15 hits, 3 doubles, 12 singles.
Quick conversation with Brian McCann and Carlos Correa.
He's had a tough time really with his fastball. When you look at the percentage of pitches thrown this season for Brad Peacock, his fastball percentage rate of 51. He'll throw quite a few sliders though. And that's the part where he's been able to get some swing and misses from. That's why he's had that many strikeouts. 34% curveball, 8 changeup. Pretty solid at 7%.
Valbuena takes his side, and again, it's that glove side for whatever reason. Maybe the 2-seamer just not.
And it's surprising how many he's thrown there, because he's a guy that lives in the upper part of the strike zone with his fastball. He's been hit pretty hard when it's in the lower part of the strike zone.
Valbuena has struggled this season. A 163 average, 3 home runs, and 10 RBIs. They shift on him. That one did catch the corner. It's 1-1.
We talked about how well he's thrown that 4-seam fastball upstairs. 2-seam has been pretty good. Batting average against those 2 pitches. This 140 with 20 strikeouts and 50 at-bats against him. Slider very good also. 159 batting average with 23 punch-outs.
1-2.
Very important bat here for Luis Valbuena, going against his former team and trying to get that swing together.
They shift on Valbuena as well, so big hole on the left side of the infield.
And that's a pretty good swing, and he's been working it. And Paul Sorrento, Dave Hansen found something in his swing as far as his stride. They felt it was a little bit too long, and that was bringing his hands down. He's bringing that leg up and then bringing the foot straight down instead of further out. That way he can have a more level swing. Good swing there on a 1-2 pitch.
Breaking pitch, and that's hooked foul.
As you can see, he's trying to get that foot down. Remember when he was struggling, hitting a lot of fly balls to left field or even shortstop? The stride was a lot longer. They wanted to stay quick, the foot up, and bring it straight down.
This bat drag it through the zone.
Yeah, he's getting that foot down quicker. See how quick he's getting that foot down? Before was getting out front, and that forces you get a longer swing, more of an uppercut swing.
Fouling out of play. Cow remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Cameron Maybin with an infield base hit. Cole took him to the wall and right. Pujols, Escobar walking. He's picked up a couple of stolen bases here in the first. That's where we stand right now with the bases loaded, 1 out. Halos as a team, 290 with the bases loaded with 3 grand slams. Albert's, of course, the last one. Downstairs.
Good take. Try to get him to expand the strike zone. Talked about Brad Peacock's a guy on the mound that tries to get you to swing. Like Dallas Keuchel, the pitches that are not strikes.
Anderson Simmons on deck. 2-2. Breaking ball, and he may have gone around. No. Yowza. Nasty, wicked breaking ball down and in. It looked like Valbuena went around.
That's that hard slider that Peacock will throw. He's got the foot down. Really close. Thought he might have crossed the plate. Got away with one there.
Try to hear the boos here. I thought he did.
Three-2 counts against lefties. That's 67% of the time he'll throw his fastball.
Here's the payoff pitch, and he walked up. 1-0 Angels.
Good at bat there by Luis Valbuena. Fell behind early and then ended up working a walk and getting an RBI out of it.
Brad Peacock had walked 14 guys, 31 in the 3rd innings. He's walked 3 in the 1st inning. Valbuena goes from being struck out to picking up an RBI with a walk.
So-so numbers against the Angels back in September of last season for Brad Peacock in a start against the Angels. He walked 4, punched out 5. He gave up 5 runs, or 7 runs, 5 earned runs, with just 4 2/3 innings pitched. Overall, decent career numbers against the Angels. 3-1 with an ERA 4.54 for Peacock against the Angels.
There's Andrelton Simmons after a visit by Brent Strom, the pitching coach. Andrelton has faced Peacock before. He's 1 for 6 in his career.
So far, an infield hit and 3 walks and a run across.
Pujols at 3rd, Escobar at 2nd, Valbuena at 1st.
And Maybin with the run scored again from that leadoff spot.
Caught the inside corner. Paul Emmel, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes tonight. Quinn Walcott at 1st, Ramon de Jesus 2nd, Bill Miller at 3rd, the umpiring crew for the series. Andrelton hitting .276 on the year, 6 home runs and 25 runs batted in. 0-1. Ground ball toward 3rd. Bregman's coming home. They get the force out, dropped by the catcher McCann. There's out number 2. Why would Bregman come home?
I don't know why he didn't think of a double play. That's a double play ball.
No doubt. It is a routine double play ball. 2 outs. The bases remain loaded.
And I think that's what Carlos Correa is telling the youngster right there. You have a double play ball, especially with the ability for Jose Altuve at 2nd base to turn a double play. He's barely out of the batter's box when he goes to home.
You know what? Even if you watch Bregman field that baseball, he's opened up as if he's going to go to 2nd base, almost like he changed his mind at the last second.
And you can see by that throw, and it kind of surprised McCann also.
Here's Martin Maldonado. Breaking ball for a strike. Had the day off yesterday with Juan Granderol getting to start. Martin to .264. 7 doubles, 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. 0-2. Back-to-back sliders.
And that's his go-to bread and butter pitch, his slider. Well, he has really missed by quite a bit with his fastball early on.
And McCann was set up inside.
It's one of those non-committed fastballs in, knowing that you don't have good command on the fastball. So if you go inside, that's when you hit a batter and another run comes across the plate. Imagine he's going to go right back to his slider now.
Gets a slider, pops it up to shallow right field. Josh Reddick coming in. The Angels only managed one run out of that situation, but Matt Shoemaker will take the mound with a 1-0 lead. First inning and get one run out of it. It's 1-0 as we start the bottom of the first. Take a look at A.J. Hinch and his starting lineup for the first place Houston Astros. Game number 62. I mentioned at 43-18 on the season. They are easily in first place. And when you look at this lineup, the only, I guess, saving grace is that George Springer, who has the bad numbers in his career against Matt Shoemaker, is not in the lineup. Carlos Correa, however, in the last month plus has been on fire.
Yeah, remember when we were facing these guys early in the year, hitting about 220, 224 range, but he's got that batting average up right now at 306 with 11 home runs, 12 doubles, and 1 triple, along with 40 RBI. He is swinging the bat very well.
That lineup taking on Matt Shoemaker, making his 13th start of the season. Shoe at 5-3 with a 4.12 ERA. He's pitched well against the Astros in his career. This will be his 12th career game, 10th start, and his 5th career start here in this ballpark.
Man, he's throwing the ball well. His ERA here, a little over 3.16 for Shoe in this ballpark.
Springer out of the lineup. It's Josh Reddick leading things off, the right fielder. First one in for a strike. Reddick in the first year, a free agent contract. 270 for Houston. 10 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs, 23 runs batted in.
And there's normal hearing the woos out here because he's a big WWE wrestling fan.
And Ric Flair approves.
Yes, as the Nature Boy would. Pretty good fastball there. Just missed off the outside corner, but a good spot. Because why? Because now you can throw the split finger fastball at same plane. You get a swing and miss.
That is pulled to right field. And a 1-2 pitch. And it's a leadoff single for Reddick. Take a look at the Angels defensively behind Shoemaker tonight. Young in left, Maybin in center, Calhoun in right. The infield with Escobar and Simmons on the left side. Espinosa and Balbuena on the right. Maldonado behind the plate.
And Eric Young Jr. getting the start. Originally was supposed to be in center field, moved over to left field. Not an easy place to play here. Left field at Minute Maid Park. Making his 5th start in left field. He's 6th in center. No errors so far this season in 20 chances. Showing some very good range in the outfield for Eric Young Jr.
Jose Altuve at the plate, .325 hitter this year. Hit his 9th home run last night.
He's going to be aggressive on that first pitch, too.
He's got terrific numbers in his career against Shoemaker. He'll take a strike. 10 for 26 with 3 home runs.
Look at those numbers at home this season for Altuve. But the batting average on the road, I remember seeing that before earlier in the season, .416. You would think in this yard back in 2014, loved hitting here. This year, not so much.
Breaking ball towards short. Simmons comes in, feeds Espinosa for 1. They get the double play.
That is impressive, especially with Altuve running down the line. That's his 10th ground ball double play he's rolled into. But what a turn. Quick feed from the transfer from Simmons over to Espinosa. And he used all that arm strength to be able to complete a 6-4-3 double play. Not hit hard. See how quick on the transfer and gets rid of it with a lot on there to complete that double play. Well done by Simmons and Espinosa.
Two outs, bases clear for Carlos Correa. A look at his strike. .306 average now in the season. 11 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Pull one foul.
Not easy to get a four-seam fastball by Carlos Correa. In .354 versus a four-seam fastball this season with 6 home runs. And that's the pitch he's done a real good job as far as driving the ball the other way, a four-seam fastball.
Lifted out to right field. Chasing Cole back to the warning track. And a shutdown inning for Matt Shoemaker as we head to the second with the Angels leading it 1-0. 1-0, sending up 8-9-1 against Brad Peacock, who walked in a run with the bases loaded. Give the Angels a 1-0 lead.
In my Hyundai key for this game against the Astros, for the Angels to be successful, going to let Sheeran go shape with me. In other words, try to bring that fastball and slider into the shape of that strike zone. He's trying to get you to chase out of the zone, bring it into zone, and do some damage.
Young, Espinosa, and Maybin. T.Y. Jr. 11 for 33 with the Angels. 3 doubles, a home run, and 3 RBIs. Two balls and no strikes. Strike 2-1. .29 pitches in that first inning for Peacock. This one's ripped to right. Fastball turned on it. Eric Young Jr.'s on board with the leadoff knock. Brings up Danny Espinosa.
Boy, is he comfortable at the plate. He continues to swing the bat well, using the whole field, waiting back on pitches. Now another stolen base threat. Would not be surprised to see him going right away. By the way, Mike Trout has just texted again saying he's settled in, watching the game right now after doing some rehab.
Hopefully everything's going all right.
Yes.
Espinosa 3 for 4 yesterday's game. A double, 2 singles, 2 RBIs. Second 3-hit game of the season. The other was back on April the 11th against Texas. First multi-hit game since May 17th against the White Sox. Hopefully the start of some good things for Danny. I'll check in on Young.
So important for the Angels to show aggression on the bases already this evening. 2 stolen bases by Cameron Maybin. Now you've taken that focus away from Brad Peacock on the batter. Focus on the runner, trying to slow down the running game, being quick to the plate and first. End result, out of the strike zone.
Well, you saw Maybin steal 2 bases in that first inning, so Peacock is going to keep Young as close as possible to base, or at least attempt to do so. The Angels came into play second in the American League and stolen bases with 46. Now have 48 with 2 bags that Maybin picked up.
Pretty good swing of that fastball. Pretty good zone to do some damage. It's pulled off it just a bit. One of the odd stats so far this season for the Angels, and we talked about how well the Astros have swung the bat. The Angels with now 17 more stolen bases than the Astros this year.
Pitch out, nothing's happening, and you know what? Looked like Young at first base maybe was thinking about going and saw something a little different.
Yeah, and Brad Peacock tried to be a little bit quicker to the plate. When you're a pitcher and you get the sign for a pitch out, you got to try to keep everything exactly the same, because good base runners will see that and notice something different, and then you stay. Gotta believe he's going now.
2-1, he's on the move, and Espinosa fouls it off.
Had a pretty good jump.
Especially without Trout in the lineup, you have to try to manufacture runs. Young doesn't go this time, and a breaking ball misses. It's a count at 2-2. Clearly a struggle for Brad Peacock so far. Halos, I think, let him off the hook in that first inning. After Valbuena worked the bases loaded walk. Simmons kind of expanded his zone and grounded one to third base. And Maldonado fly ball to right, just getting one run out of it.
A lot of pitches thrown already for him. 38, 21 of them out of the strike zone. And Eric Young Jr. was not going on that one. Alfredo Griffin had a quick conversation with Eli Jr. about potentially going on this pitch.
Top of the order, Maybin on deck. EY goes. That is ball four. Fourth walk now.
A lot of base runners already in this game against Brad Peacock, a guy that has been very effective. We talked about it in the pregame show and his numbers as a starter, but still that pitch count will not be expanded that much at this point. He's already thrown now 40 pitches into the second inning with no outs at this point. But you got to capitalize against him here while you have a shot before he settles in. We've said that so often. Most pitchers, they struggle early on. You have to get those multiple runs against them before they settle in. And their bullpen has been very good also.
Maybin had an infield base hit and scored a run in the first. Chases that slider.
Looked like he was guessing first pitch fastball, got a slider instead.
Big lead for Young at second. That just missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Would not be surprised if there's some kind of timing pickoff put on by Altuve and Peacock.
Gonzalez in on the grass at first base and a pickoff, and they got him. Eric Young Jr. says he got the hand in there. And he immediately pointed into the dugout.
And he's not even moving. He thought he got his hand in there. Thought that might be the case, a pickoff put on. From our angle, looked like he did get his hand in there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he looked like he's in. It tag up for that shoulder bicep area. Better look right here.
Can't tell there.
Still look like the hand is in. I think you're going to challenge it, and he will. See right here, good angle right here. A quick tag. Hand in. Yeah, he's in. See, just the tag is on that forearm, bicep area. Fingers in on the base.
Paul Lamel on your left is the crew chief. Ramon de Jesus, the second base umpire on your right. He's the one that made the call at second base. Plays under review here. Halos hoping that the call gets overturned. Maybin with a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Nobody out here in the second inning. A single by Young and walk by Espinosa.
Still think got that hand in there. Should be enough to overturn the call.
Taking quite a long time. Taking the headsets off. And they confirm the call.
Wow.
I think what they're going to argue is the fact that there's no definitive angle that shows the hand touching the base before the tag being applied. This is probably the best angle here.
Well, the hand is, it sure looked like it was in before the tag on the forearm, though.
They didn't confirm the call. They said the call stands.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's the throwaway.
Yep.
Or didn't have a clear angle. So 1 out. Espinosa at first. 1 ball, 1 strike on Maybin. Lined out to right field. Reddick has to race back. That's going to go over his head. One hops the fence just over the wall. It'll go for a double, and Espinosa will end up at third base. So Maybin picks up his 10th double.
Boy, is it great to have him back in the lineup already.
2 hits tonight.
Talk about staying back on a baseball. Again, he's been very good on a 4-seam fastball, driving it the other way. 289 coming into the game with a couple home runs. Just missed a home run here. Picks up another double on the 4-seamer. It's his 5th double. Forcing the infield in early.
Came in batting .391 as a leadoff man. That's jumped up to .417 now with the 2 hits.
See, for me, this is surprising bringing the infield in this early in the game when you're averaging over that little over 5 runs a game your last 12. To bring the infield in here, you're putting yourself up for a big inning against you.
Cole almost took Peacock deep. Very first pitch you saw in the first inning. 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right.
And I understand later in the game, but early in the game, bringing the infield in, you put yourself in position of a big inning going against you.
Changeup. 2 balls, no strikes.
Cole's been very good in his last 9 games, batting average of .419 with 8 RBI, including 4 home runs in this stretch.
Pujols on deck. There's a 2-0. Cole rips one to right field, a base hit. Should bring home 2. We'll see if they send him. They are going to try against Reddick. The throw is offline. A 2 RBI single for Calhoun. 3-0 Angels.
Just like that, the big inning potentially going against you now with that base hit as Cole Calhoun continues to swing the bat well. And I think what came down to is Ron Renneke decides to challenge Reddick's throwing arm, a good one, but he caught it flat-footed. It's our top-tier play brought to you by Arco. 2-run single for Cole. 2 runs scored already for Cameron Maybin in the game. We're only in the 2nd inning.
10 RBIs over the last 10 games for Calhoun. And here's Pujols. Didn't see anything to hit in his first at bat and worked the walk. This is hit to short. That's going to turn into an inning-ending double play. The Angels get 2 as we'll head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Halos on town 3-0. That's Shoemaker looking for another shutdown inning. Face a minimum 3 in the first, courtesy of a double play ball. He'll get Beltran, McCann, and Gonzalez here in the second for Houston.
Well, it's good to see Cole getting locked in. Drove in a couple runs with that single.
Carlos Beltran, the DH. 248 average. 8 home runs and 24 runs batted in. He's picked up an extra base hit in 7 of his last 10 games. He's now second on the all-time list in Major League Baseball history. Extra base hits by a switch hitter. 1,056. Eddie Murray leads the way with 1,099. Bouncer. This one rolls foul. One ball, 2 strikes. 13 doubles, 8 home runs in those 24 runs batted in for Carlos. He's been a doubles machine in his career as well. Mentioned Albert where he stands. Carlos is on his way. He's 28th all time, tied with Chipper Jones with 549.
Albert with the doubles and the home runs. Carlos Beltran, a Hall of Fame career, in my opinion.
This one's out to right field. Will chase Cole back. One down.
Got him out in front just enough.
Hey, join your Angels Saturday, June 17th with the Royals in town. It's a 5:15 start. Enjoy a very merry postgame Saturday night fireworks show. And you can stay for a postgame movie as well, Gooby.
Yes.
Movie and fireworks. Fireworks, of course, presented by Wells Fargo. Just go to angels.com.
Is that movie Elf, potentially?
I don't know.
I think it might be.
Well, you would know.
Oh.
Everyone's coming over to your house to watch it. Party at Gooby's.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm printing the shirts up.
Oh, thank you.
When we get home on Monday.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Forget about Party at Napoli's. That's so 2016.
Yeah, that's old hat.
Yeah. Party at Gooby's.
Or Party at Buddy's. Buddy the Elf.
Brian McCann rips from the right to base hit. So the Astros catcher on board with 1 out here in the second.
And McCann really turned into more of a pull-type hitter when he's signed with the Yankees. He gets a pitch down with the shift on, but still able to shoot that ball in the right field by Danny Espinosa.
Marwin Gonzalez back in the lineup. Missed the last 3 games. The left-hand issue that popped up on Monday in Kansas City. What a season he's had to date. 314, 12 home runs, 34 runs batted in, a 409 on base percentage. He's had some big home runs for him too. One shy of tying his career high in home runs. Yeah, but she said last year.
21 extra base hits already this season.
This is line toward short and past Simmons with the shift on. Gonzalez goes the other way, picks up a single. So back-to-back knocks for the Houston Astros here, puts 2 men on.
Well, he really stayed back well on that pitch and lines it the other way, just past Hamilton Simmons. What a quiet approach, let that baseball travel and lines it on a backdoor slider. You got to be real careful with the first pitch fastball against Bregman. He is very aggressive on the first pitch, especially on a fastball. Outstanding numbers. First pitch swinging for Bregman, especially on a fastball. That's why you see a slider. Overall numbers on the first pitch outstanding for the youngster. 471, but 560 on the first pitch fastball. See the ranks as far as the American League, 8th overall in that first pitch, but very good. Tops on a fastball first pitch.
.250 average for the Astros third baseman. 6 home runs, 20 runs batted in. McCann at second, Gonzalez at first. One. Back to that slider.
He's not even going. You're thinking about chasing that slider. As far as slider percentage in the season, up for Shoemaker. At 19% of his pitches sliders. 2% around there for curveballs. Splitter at 30%. Fastball 48. Between his 2-seam and 4-seam fastball from Shoemaker.
That one all in the corner. Tough pitch for a hitter.
Yeah, if you're swinging that pitch, more like this off the end of the bat, and he looks like he's in pull mode, that he's going to hit a ground ball right to shortstop if he goes after it.
Two. Fastball upstairs, full count.
Going back to the pitch arsenal for Matt Shoemaker, talked about his fastball percentage of 48, 30 for the splitter. Slider up at 19%. Curveball around 3% range. Might be a time I'll go back to his slider here. Throws more sliders per se to right-handed batters than he will his split finger to a right-handed batter. There's a lot more splitters to lefties than he would his slider.
Payoff pitch. Bregman takes the walk off the plate. They're loaded up. Bases loaded, 1 out. Orioles coming to the plate.
Do like where Eric Young Jr. is playing out in left field to take away that little flare out his way. Aoki will try to punch the ball to left field. Eli Jr. playing shallow to take that away from him.
Bouncer toward first. Valbuena comes in, touches the base, fires home, and Maldonado can't apply the tag. The run scores. Nice effort by Luis Valbuena. But they get the run. 2 outs now, and it's a 3-1 Angel lead.
See if he was able to apply the tag back. Good play by Luis, though. Gets right on the base. Has to get rid of it quickly. And a little bit of a sink action on there. No tag there. And can by the plate. but he got his fingers on the plate. Good effort, though.
Yeah, it was. Well, if he throws a strike, it's a double play. RBI ground out for Aoki. Second and third, 2 outs now. Aoki picks up his 10th run batted in. Gonzalez to third. Bregman to second. Jake Marisnick at the plate. He's the center fielder. Just below the strike zone. Springer out of the lineup. It's Marisnick at center field, hitting .259. 2 doubles, 6 home runs, and 13 runs batted in.
Yeah, Marisnick with a .273 batting average versus Shoemaker. As compared to an .090 batting average for Springer against Shoe.
Borderline pitch. Shoe gets the call.
Good split there from Shoemaker.
Time called. Long second inning. Long 2 innings in general. Angels with a run in the first, 2 in the second. Astros have scored 1 so far here in the bottom of the inning. 2-2. Ground ball left side toward the hole. Simmons dives, has it, goes to third base, and they've got to get
What a play.
Alex Bregman in a rundown. And there's out number 3. Andrelton Simmons does it again.
How he has those instincts is to think in terms of a young base runner going around the base at third, back picks him right away on that play. Not only gets to the baseball, but a perfect throw and decision by Andrelton Simmons. Look how far in that outfield grasp, but gets it back quickly to Escobar to finish off the inning without any more damage.
fortunately for Andrelton Simmons and the Angels, Alex Bregman a little over aggressive rounding the bag at third base. Third out. Janelle Escobar takes upstairs to lead off this third inning. Escobar, Valbuena, and Simmons.
And lots of base runners already in this game versus Brad Peacock. And still doesn't have a real good feel for his pitches to try to do some damage here in the third.
Pulled down the line and off the glove of Bregman as the barrel ends up near the base. Escobar will stroll into second with a leadoff double. Gooney's been on board twice now with a walk and now this double. Almost a spectacular play by Bregman.
Yeah, just off the glove, and with his throwing arm, there was going to be a play on that one. We saw him play some shortstop earlier in the season, so he's very athletic playing third base.
Valbuena cues it foul. Luis worked the walk with the base loaded in the first inning. Picked up an RBI because of it. 11th of the season.
248th career double for Yunel Escobar. His 10th this season. Had a career high 28 last year. And you're seeing what Brad Peacock is trying to do against Valbuena. Is trying to stay away, force him to hit the ball to the left side of the field, will not allow Escobar to advance, but you're playing against the shift. Trying to sneak a fastball in. He really has not had a good release point for his fastball in this game at this point.
Fans here getting a laugh at Yunel Escobar diving in head first with nobody covering. Breaking pitch, just topped to foul off the foot.
Yeah, we've seen Yunel Escobar try to steal third a couple of different times. Caught once, safe once, trying to time a pitcher not paying attention, bearing your look back to second, but already in scoring position right now. For Luis Valbuena, who's trying to walk off that foul ball off his foot.
Line toward right center field, a base hit. Escobar will come in to score. And Valbuena with an RBI single gets one of those runs back. It's 4-2 Halos.
And right on cue, that conversation talking with Paul Sorrento, Dave Hansen about getting that foot down, worked a walk his first at bat. So getting the foot down, shorter stride, more of a level swing, and right off the barrel of bat in the right center field, picking up an RBI, his 11th of the season. Yunel Escobar scoring another run. That is 12th RBI. Got a RBI on the walk in the first inning. So 2 RBI in the game for Luis Valbuena.
Nobody out. Here's Andrelton Simmons, who reached on the fielder's choice. Reach on the fielder's choice in the first inning. 0 for 1. Trying to go the other way. Downstairs. 2-1 count.
Long look down. You wonder if this will be a hit and run. Simmons handles the bat well. Balbuena not necessarily a base stealer, but could be on the move here on a hit and run.
On the move is Balbuena. Simmons lines one out to left field. Orioles is there. He'll make the catch. I'll bring it back to first.
Really liking what I'm seeing from the Angels tonight as far as being aggressive. Some stolen bases already, hit and runs being put on. Mike Scioscia not having Mike Trout in the lineup, knowing the importance of being aggressive in manufacturing runs and putting pressure on the defense.
Martes is getting ready. One of the top pitching prospects called up for the game yesterday and added to the Astros roster.
Considering how well Brad Peacock has thrown the ball as a starter in his 3 starts, but still it doesn't, as a manager or a pitching coach, you don't see the same crispness on his pitches. Feeling the need to go down to that bullpen a little earlier than they want to. The Angels have done a real good job of laying off that slider from Brad Peacock.
Breaking ball. That one catches the inside part of the plate. 2-1 count. Martin with a fly ball to right field in his first at bat that ended the first inning. Balbuena over at first. There's an off-speed pitch pulled foul. Four 2 Halos. We're in the third inning. Slider toward the hole and then another base hit.
And we talked about the singles and the doubles yesterday in the game. 15 hits, 12 of them singles. Still driving the ball well, making contact. Last game out, only 1 strikeout in the game. Good contact, using the field, putting the ball in play. Seeing it already here tonight with 7 hits. We're only in the third inning.
Brent Strom coming back out. Second visit for Strom. Action continuing in the Astros pen as Eric Young Jr. steps to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single. Hoyt now getting ready. One ball and strikes.
Again, laying off that slider. Pitch that's very important for Brad Peacock is his slider. He's a 159 batting average against that pitch coming into the game. It's a borderline call. That pitch was a little bit off the outside corner. Backdoor slider.
Fouled back.
And what happens is, as a hitter, when an umpire calls that pitch, even though it's maybe about a half a baseball, the corner forces you to go after that one. That's exactly what happened to Eric Young Jr. on that slider that was off the plate. Still pretty cool.
Roof open here at Minute Maid Park.
Yes.
Gorgeous ballpark. I like it.
Yes.
Much better with the roof open. Can't believe we're in June and they actually have it open.
I know.
Out of the play. It's one of the things Ken French can ask Astros team president Reid Ryan.
Come on, Pete, you can do it.
We're going to use him when we come back. Bottom of the third.
Great guy. Yeah. And of course, so is Ken French.
Of course.
Just in case he's listening.
You're like this one, Reid, of course, the longtime son of Nolan Ryan. This one's out toward left field. Aoki has to go back on it, and will make the catch for out number 2.
And one thing you notice about Aoki, he plays a shallow left field, which I've always believed he should play in this ballpark. It's like Fenway Park. Take away the flair.
Sorry, especially with men in scoring position. Done some remodeling in this facility too. Took out Towles Hill and straightaway center field. They've reworked the entire center field area. Added the Torchy's Tacos up there in right center field. You can see the fans all over the place above the batter's eye now.
Big crowd here tonight.
Danny Espinosa worked a walk and scored a run in the second. 2 on, 2 outs.
Pretty close pitch. What we've seen from Paul Emmel behind the plate is more of a hitter's umpire.
Yeah, but there really haven't been. I mean, that pitch there, perhaps, but Peacock has missed, and he's missed by quite a bit.
Yes, and you know, it's hard to get borderline pitches called a strike when you haven't been consistent in the strike zone. That's Danny Espinosa's spot to do some damage, and Peacock just got them by him.
Balbuena at second, Maldonado at first. Escobar led off this third inning with a double, and Balbuena brought him home with a single to right center.
Pretty good swing there from Espinosa.
One ball, 2 strikes, 72 pitches thrown by Brad Peacock for 2 outs here in the third.
Base hit here by Danny Espinosa, and I think he's out of the game. Good take by Espinosa. Tracked that break ball once again. Had some real good swings in the game yesterday in Detroit. 3-hit performance. Cameron Maybin on deck already. 2 hits, 2 runs scored.
off the DL today and back in that leadoff spot. 2-2. Lifted foul.
Already 13 pitches seen so far in 2 at-bats. It's a good sign for Danny Espinosa, tracking the baseball better. Some better contact.
Takes low, full count. Runners will get a head start. Valbuena from second and Maldonado from first.
Good to make sure that Brad Peacock is going home with the pitch. You'll see that spin move back at second on occasion on a 3-2 pitch.
Runners go, and a called strike 3. Down goes Espinosa, takes a fastball. And the Angels get a run on 3 hits and leave a couple of men on. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 4-2 Angels lead. When we return, Reid Ryan has a chance to chat with Ken French.
Lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning on a beautiful evening here at Minute Maid Park in Houston. Game 1 of a 3-game weekend series. Ken French back with you, joined by the president of the Houston Astros, Reid Ryan. And Reid, first of all, it's a beautiful night here. We just see it on the scoreboard. I haven't seen the roof open that often. How often do you get this roof open?
You know, normally 13 to 15 times a year, but folks love it open. You can see it's a different ballpark, and to be in June and have a night in the 80s and the 70s later, pretty special.
Feels like SoCal just a little bit. Okay, speaking of SoCal, part of your baseball journey took you through the Big A in Anaheim when your dad played there for 8 seasons. Looking back, for you personally, do you have some memories that you can look back on?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, my first memories in baseball were of the Angels years, going to Gene Autry Stadium in Palm Springs during spring training, and you know, growing up at the Big A and going to Villa Park, you know, elementary school and playing Villa Park Pee Wee. So yeah, I love my years there, and probably one of my best childhood memories was 1979. The first Angels team that made the playoffs, and being in Baltimore. My dad took me with the club and getting to play catch with Don Baylor. And, you know, it was a tough series because the Angels ended up losing, but everybody remembers that team because it had so many great players.
Do you get a chance to get back to Anaheim and the Big A and see some friends back there?
I love to come every year. I try to come every year. We're going to try to come in August when you guys have the Hall of Fame this year. Everybody in the Angels organization, there's still a few folks that were there when my dad was there, Rick Smith, and some of the people around the stadium, but everybody treats us great. We've got a lot of family there. You know, Bonner Paddock, the Salisburys. I mean, Craig Smith. There's lots of folks that have been around that club and they're Angels fans that we've become lifelong friends with.
Yeah, and Angels fans are going to be happy to know that Nolan Ryan will be back on August the 26th when Vladdy Guerrero gets inducted into the Angel Hall of Fame. And for him, is it nice to go back and see some of his old teammates?
He hasn't been back in a long time, and so John Carpino reached out to me and said, hey, you think you can get your dad out? And I talked to him about it, and my dad loved the Angels. Gene Autry was so good to him. He has so many stories about Gene Autry and the teams they had back in those days. And, of course, 79 was special with Rod Carew and, all the guys that were on that club. But he just loved that era, and he's looking forward to coming back.
So being around your dad, watching him play, then watching him be an executive, what are some of the things you took from watching him that you've incorporated into your professional career?
Well, look, this game's about the fans. Without the fans, none of us have jobs. And so what I try to do with every decision I make is what is in the best interest of the fans. And, if you take care of the fans, you take care of the players, then they're going to take care of you.
Leadoff double by Josh Reddick to start the bottom of the third. Kent.
Victor, thank you very much. And speaking of the fans, how's the reaction been? I mean, what a tremendous crowd here by the run that you guys are on right now.
So when I got here 5 years ago, it was really tough times for the Astros. Our owner, Jim Crane, had a plan to rebuild this organization. He brought in Jeff Luhnow, our GM, from the Cardinals, and we had to go out and sell what we were doing was going to, have fruit one day that people would get to enjoy. And it was tough. But now being here with this team, having one of the best record in baseball, having back-to-back winning seasons and the 15 ALDS playoff experience, people have bought in that building from within is what we needed to do to be competitive, and so it's great to be here every night.
And finally, for me, speaking of fans, you as a fan, being able to sit back and watch this whole experience, what's been the best part about this ride for you?
Well, what I love is baseball brings communities together. Folks are out here, they're leaving what ails them at the door, and they're coming in and they're wanting to support their community and watch guys chase their dream. And so seeing a family come in, have a great time, look around in wonderment, see these guys play unbelievably well on the field and leave with a smile on their face makes my job worth it.
Reid, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck down the road, and hopefully we'll see you out in Anaheim on the 26th of August.
Yeah, I'm planning on bringing my family out. I've got a son and 2 daughters and my wife, and we love coming, so maybe you'll see the whole Ryan clan out there.
Look forward to it. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, Victor Gooby, back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Frenchie, and thanks to Reid, who's here every single day. You can see him down on the warning track. He's like he's running for office.
It's hard
just a baby shaking hands,
Yeah.
and he's been doing it for the last couple of years and trying to build this fan base back up.
Hard to find a better person on the planet than Reid. He is a great human being.
They picked the perfect guy to run this franchise. 0-2 to Altuve, and down he goes. Got him to chase.
3 sliders in a row from Shoemaker. A very big at-bat for Shoe against Altuve. The career numbers against him, but not only gets him out, cannot advance. Reddick the third. Slider, and then a better slider off the plate at 86. 39th strikeout of the season for Jose Altuve. Batting is .233 here at Minute Maid Park. A hitter's yard, but he is struggling at this ballpark. But not on the road, though.
Carlos Correa for 1 with the fly ball to right. Correa got off to a slow start this year. Hit .233 in the month of April, but man, oh man, did he turn it on in May. .386 with 7 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Take that average over 300. Currently sits. Reddick over at second, a leadoff double. He's got 2 hits tonight. Ground ball to short. 2 down. Reddick will take third.
That's how important that at bat against Altuve was for Shoemaker. If he makes, hits a ball on the ground or advances Reddick to third, that ground ball scores a run instead. 2 outs, and Shoemaker can get through this inning without any damage done. Putting up a 0 after the offense got 1 to the top of the third.
Beltran hit a fly ball to right field. His second inning at bat. Looks like Brad Peacock's night might come to an end after 3 innings. There's action in the Astros pen. That's lined to right. Again, just got him out in front enough, and that run will stay at third base. A shutdown inning for Shoemaker. We head to the 4th inning. Halos on top 4-2. The 2017 Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru. Halos up 4-2 as we start the 4th inning. We have a new pitcher on for the Houston Astros on this beautiful night. Mild night, believe it or not, in Houston, Texas. James Hoyt takes over on the mound. Brad Peacock. 16th game, a 1-0 record of 4.08 ERA, 31 strikeouts, 4 walks, 17 and 2/3 innings.
Yeah, fastballs 92 to 96 range, slider, a sharp slider, and changeup.
Top of the order, Maybin, Calhoun, and Pujols.
Boy, how impressive has Cameron Maybin been in that leadoff spot, back from the disabled list tonight. 2 runs scored, now 15 runs scored in his 13 starts as a leadoff batter.
No balls, 2 strikes. Hoyt, 30-year-old from Boise, Idaho. So big leagues for the first time last year, pitching 22 games, all in relief. Chopper back over the mound. It's going to be a tough play for Correa, and it's a 3-hit game for Cameron Maybin.
And just putting the ball in play, 2 infield hits and a double to right center field. Back in that leadoff spot, off the disabled list, and already setting the table.
Leadoff batting average up to 429 now for Cameron. Cole Calhoun 1 for 2. 2 RBI single in the second.
Cole can just sit fastball here first pitch, especially with a good base runner on the bag. A lot of times as a pitcher, you'll try to be quicker to the plate and throw a fastball to give your catcher a chance. Cole can sit first pitch fastball.
Maybin, I should say, on the move. Throw to first for a second. Short hops. The shortstop, Correa, and Maybin will take third base.
It's his third stolen base of the game. Giving him now 16 stolen bases in 17 attempts.
McCann with his third error of the season.
McCann has only thrown out 22% of base stealers coming into the game. Big jump again. Head first slide, reads that well. Cruises into third, forcing the infield in once again with Cole at the plate.
Oh, 0-1 count for Cole. Oh, 2. Third career, 3 stolen base game for Cameron Maybin, second this year.
See that little wrist guard for the slide there on Cameron. Head first slide. Mike Trout will be wearing something similar, if not one of those mitts you'll see in baseball for runners when he comes back from the disabled list.
One, 2. Cole fouls it back. Got off the glove of McCann.
Very consistent offense we've seen now in the last 2 games for the Angels. 8 hits, 4 runs. Only the 4th inning opportunity to add on here. 11 runs yesterday on 15 hits.
Cole rips one to right field, another RBI. They've got 11 runs batted in over the last 10 games for Calhoun. 5-2 Angels.
And another run score for Cameron Maybin. 3 runs scored in this game for Cameron, as Cole brings home another run. And another breaking ball. Slider, middle of the plate. Cole stayed back. He's got that foot down. Clears his hip. It's the barrel of the bat and lines that one in the right field again for an RBI. Boys, it's good to have Cameron Maybin back in that leadoff spot.
Pujols takes a strike. Albert a walk and a double play ball. Full shift on. Lays off the slider. Ball and strike. Nine hits already for the Angels tonight.
Another slider. And that's one thing about the Astros. They really bit into the fact that a lot of their pitchers, even if they have good fastballs, they throw a lot of breaking balls. Firm believers in the swing and miss as compared to the contact pitch, which would be your fastball.
Never thrown anything in to Albert yet. Just in on the very first one. Well, back outside. It's a breaking ball. Hit the third. Second double play that Albert is hit into tonight. 2 down. So 2 outs and the bases cleared. Yunel Escobar coming to the plate. Saw a couple of friends of mine, scouts for the Houston Astros. Kevin Goldstein handles the scouting duties for the Astros, and forgot that the draft's coming up on Monday. It was 8 years ago today. The Angels made Mike Trout the 25th overall selection.
Pretty amazing to get him in the 25th pick in the first round.
A lot of names in that draft in that first round. So this day should be celebrated every year.
Yes, it should be.
June 9th.
A couple of real good local products in high school going to be drafted extremely high in this draft. And Mike Trout, of course, who texted me earlier at Orbit, who always has a little skit and play time with Mike Trout out there warming up for the game. And Trouty wanted to make sure he said hi to Orbit because Orbit was wondering where Mike Trout was. There he is, all dressed up in his Star Wars gear.
They don't get the internet where Orbit lives. Has no clue that Trout is on the DL until the All-Star break. What's wrong with him?
Well, he's in orbit. He doesn't know.
He's out of this world.
Yes.
Top part of the zone. Escobar doesn't like the call. It was a strike. 3-1. And now with a walk and a double. He's also scored a run. Breaking the ball in there. If you do anything close, he's going to get run out.
That slider, quite a bit of it.
Escobar will go down swinging. And the Angels are done here in the fourth. They do get a run. It's 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Fox, it all starts with the Orioles taking on the Padres at 1 on FS1. Then on Fox, Orioles take on the Yankees at 4 on your local Fox station. You can watch it live on FS Go.
Yankees and Baltimore battling right now. Close game in New York, 3-2.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 5-2 Halos. McCann, Gonzalez, and Bregman for Houston in the fourth inning. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 5 hits allowed for Shoemaker. McCann lifts one out toward right field. Playable for Calhoun. Love that 1 pitch, 1 out.
Just out in front towards the end of the bat. Very important for Shoemaker.
Marlon Gonzalez shot a single the opposite way and scored a run in the second, so he's 1-1. 1 ball, no strikes. Mike Scioscia between innings came out and talked with Paul Emmel, the home plate umpire. I don't know if it's maybe because of Escobar complaining of the strike zone after he punched out.
Yeah, but
Pitches that were in the zone.
The inning before too with Danny Espinosa too. We showed that was a strike also.
Yeah, Eric Young Jr. with a diving catch, robbing Gonzalez of extra bases. 2 down.
I'll tell you what, Eric Young Jr. gets a real good jump off the bat. Nice play by EY Jr. Another good swing by Gonzalez, but the full extension on the dive. It's all about that read off the bat initially, the timing of the dive, able to make that play in left field. Originally, he was supposed to be in center field tonight, but Cameron Maybin activated. What a job he has done. So both Maybin and Eric Young Jr., big parts of this lead early on for the Angels.
2 outs, nobody on for Alex Bregman.
Nice job there by Shoemaker, because he started the first at bat against Bregman with a slider, and we talked about how well he hits the first pitch and fastball. He took this fastball.
That was pulled foul.
He was anticipating a slider out in front of that fastball inside. 48 pitches, 32 strikes for Shoe so far in this game. Solid effort by Shoemaker again in this ballpark against the Astros. Very good ERA here in Houston. Looking for his first W in this ballpark, but he certainly has pitched very well. 3.16 ERA for Shoemaker in this yard. He's allowed 3 runs or less in all 6 starts here in this ballpark. Pretty good accomplishment in this yard and against this lineup.
One, 2 to Bregman. Downstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Shoemaker in the month of June here. Good ERA. What he's done to that is even his career, always a slow starter. You see the numbers even this season in April. May better, but also you look at June and what he even did last season from this point forward. Very, very good. Already on a roll so far here in the month of June for Matt Shoemaker. Shoemaker 4-1 in his last 5 starts. So not only getting the wins, but pitching well.
Full count. Aoki on deck. Bregman chops this one toward the hole. Simmons gonna have to plant fire to first. Got him. 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. We head to the 5th. It's a 5-2 Angel lead. By the score of 5-2. Now time for the Carl's Cam replay. We've seen some fantastic defensive plays already. This one, a big one, helping Matt Shoemaker as Andrelton Simmons throws back to Yunel Escobar to get Alex Bregman for the third out of the second inning. Otherwise, that inning would have continued. Then, of course, Eric Young Jr. in left field with a diving catch, robbing Marvin Gonzalez of extra bases.
Tell you what, those instincts for Andrelton Simmons are off the charts. To be able to get in a position to know, especially with a young player in the big leagues, making that turn, that wide turnaround throw, anticipating that. Not, a veteran sometimes will not do so. A youngster will, and Simmons right there to make that play.
New pitcher on for the Houston Astros. It is Francis Martes. His major league debut. 21-year-old native of the Dominican Republic for the 17 season. 15th ranked prospect. Baseball. Struggling at AAA this year. 8 starts. 0-2. 5.29 ERA.
See the walks, though. 28 walks, 38 strikeouts. I see a live arm there. 95 with his fastball. Hard slider, and also will throw a changeup.
Valbuena skies one out toward left center field. This one chasing Marisnick back near the wall. He'll jump up, make the catch for the first out.
Still a real good swing from Luis Valbuena today. Talked about that little timing mechanism, shorter on his stride, getting that foot down, and then the swing path hits that ball very hard the other way. And Marisnick, we've seen him make so many good plays in the outfield. Who had a career for the Astros against the Angels, makes another nice play there in left center field.
Not only did Martes come over with Jake Marisnick trade from Miami. See if Marisnick can make it 2 in a row. Oh, he's not going to get this one. One hops the fence. So Simmons on board with a 1-out double.
That's right in front of the 404 sign in left center field for Simba. Picking up his 12th double. Aggressive swinging once again. Andrelton Simmons gets the fastball inside part of the plate and get the bat head out quickly. Drives that one, hops the wall in left center field. So 2 baseballs hit well off the youngster. One tracked down by Marisnick. That one he could not do so.
Man in scoring position for Martin Maldonado.
Simmons with that 12th double at a career high of 27 back in 2013. So he's been driving the ball well. 6 home runs too for Andrelton Simmons.
That's where Martes ranked as far as baseball prospects are concerned. The Astros organization, the #1 prospect going into the season. Fastball misses. 1 ball with strike. Originally the Marlins system. Over the package of players. Part of the Jared Cosart deal. Sent Cosart Houston to Miami. Kike Hernandez, I think, was part of that deal as well.
He's been very hot for the Dodgers of late.
Watch out. That got Maldonado.
So you're able to record your first out, your first hit, you record your first hit by pitch on a batter. Running that fastball inside, getting the jersey. Martin Maldonado.
2 on, 1 out. Eric Young Jr. at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Ninth time that Maldonado's been hit this year. Easily leads the team. EY had a single in the second. Fly ball to left in the third.
And he's crowding the plate, looking for something inside. He's not going to give up that inside part of the plate, even though when pitchers are trying to pitch him inside.
Breaking ball caught the corner.
Pretty sharp slider there.
Top call is McCann's going to go out and talk to the youngster. Pitched at Double-A last year, 20 years of age. 9-6 with a 3.30 ERA. Corpus Christi. First professional season at 17 years of age with the Marlins. Simmons standing at second, Maldonado at first. Dribbler, first base side. Martes has it. Fires it over to first base.
Oh, he got a lot on that throw. It's almost like he was an infielder. Got in good position to throw that one. Fields it low, throws that sidearm throw as an infielder would do. Marwin Gonzalez is saying, whoa, baseball got on me in a hurry. A little bit of a stumble, but got a lot on that throw. So often we see pitchers with the underhand throw, but that one was 90 plus over the first base.
Danny Espinosa walked and scored in the second, struck out looking to end the third. Toward one. I don't know if you hear, but there's somebody down the first base line yelling, "Danny, I know you can hear me." Second and third, 2 outs, 5-2 Halos. We're in the fifth. Little bouncer towards second base. Altuve comes in on it. Halos will leave two in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the inning with the Angels on top. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West being brought to you by the Hyundai Better Than Ever sales event with the best total savings on select models in Hyundai's history is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Minute Maid Park, the opening game of this 3-game set. The Angels with a 5-2 lead. Matt Shoemaker, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 5 hits allowed. Had his first clean inning in the 4th. He's actually retired 6 straight now since the leadoff double to Reddick in the 3rd inning.
Got to be ready if you're Luis Valbuena on a potential drag bunt down that first base line.
Oakland grounded out and picked up an RBI in the 2nd.
A career .291 hitter coming into the game against the Angels.
Bouncer over the mound. Here comes Andrew Simmons. Put away. Dick Marisnick now up. Astros center fielder with RBI single in the 2nd.
6 outs via the ground ball early on here for Matt Shoemaker, including a double play ball by Altuve.
Ends up ricocheting all the way out to Eric Young Jr. Gary Pettis, the third base coach. Former Angel had to get out of the way of it. GP.
Well, he get out of the way of everything, and he could get a baseball when he was playing. He was one of the best center fielders I've ever seen.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Shoemaker's thrown 59 pitches so far. Just 10 split finger fastballs at this point of the game. Generally around a little over 30% splitters.
Full count. Top of the order, Josh Reddick on deck. Reddick already with a couple of hits tonight.
Very important batter here for Shoemaker to get out before that top of the order comes to the plate.
Got him. Foul tipped into the glove. 2 down. They join the Angels for Christmas in June. Wednesday, June 14th, Yankees in town. Fans in attendance get a Rookie of the Year blanket, courtesy of St. Joseph Hoke Health while supplies last. Go to angels.com for more info. Second strikeout of the night for Shoemaker. Single and a double for Reddick. Missed off the plate.
split there from Matt Shoemaker. Try to go backdoor slider, didn't get it. Come back with a split.
Ground ball towards short. Simmons retires Reddick. 9 straight retired by Matt Shoemaker. 5 complete. 5-2 Halos. The Halos up 5-2, and what a game he's had already through 4 innings. 3 for 3, 3 stolen bases, 3 runs scored, just the 4th Angel all time to accomplish that, and the only player to do that this year.
And the first Angel that accomplished that feat in his first 3 plate appearances. He's been very, very good early on. Talk about table setting. Well, he's certainly done that. 3 steals and 3 runs scored and 3 hits, 2 infield hits for Cameron Maybin.
Interesting thing about that too, all of the players have accomplished it out on the road, not at home. Francis Martes, that was major league debut last inning. Delivers a strike on Gabbard.
His numbers as a leadoff hitter in his 13th start, 429 batting average. Now with 16 stolen bases on the season for Cameron Maybin. He's really shown a lot of patience in that leadoff spot also. Remember early in the year when he was down more of a run-producing spot in the lineup, he was chasing a lot of pitches out of the strike zone. Now a lot more patient, top of the order.
Three-one count. Three-one. David fouls it back.
He had a good swing at that pitch. Right down the heart of the plate. Good swing on a 3-1 count.
Breaking ball, and fouls it off. Now it missed, so he's been on board all 4 times.
Once again, setting the table. Now Go back and revisit the Hyundai key for this game. Shape of view, bringing pitches in the strike zone. The Astro philosophy has been, with their staff, is making you swinging pitches out of the strike zone. The Angels done a great job as far as bringing those pitches in the zone today for 10 hits, 5 runs so far in this game.
Cole 2 for 3, 2 singles, 3 runs batted in. Maybin with a huge lead at first.
And a long look over there for Martes over the first.
Cameron's on the move. Pitch downstairs, a throw down to second. Hits Maybin, and it ricochets out into shallow left. 4th stolen base for Maybin on the night.
Hope he's okay. That baseball hit him. And it looked like McCann had a shot there. Martes pretty quick to the plate, but it was a tough pitch. Big jump, good throw. They might have gotten him, but hits him right on the forearm and gets away. In scoring position again for Cole. "17 stolen bases now in the season for Cameron Maybin.
First career 4 stolen base game for Cameron. 1 ball, 1 strike. Star Wars night here.
It's a great look for Cole.
Yeah.
Tell you what, down at the pregame show, there was a lot of Star Wars characters walking by us at the pregame show. It was pretty interesting.
Packed house, Star Wars night. They've got fireworks after the game.
Going back to what you said earlier today, Victor, I like this ballpark a lot, but with the roof open, it's really a beautiful yard.
One, 2 downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maybe the 3rd Angel with 4 stolen bases in the game. 4th, pardon me. It's bounced over to second base. Altuve will throw out Calhoun. Cameron ends up at 3rd, 1 out.
Career high as far as stolen base in a game for Cameron Maybin. Ties a club record by 3 others, so 4 now. Angels history with 4 steals in a game.
Infield in. Altuve was on the shift, ends up moving over back towards second base. Breaking ball low. Albert hitless tonight. 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded into 2 double plays.
Albert's got to feel real good about an opportunity to swing the bat here with a man on 3rd with 1 out. Infield in.
Lifted out toward right. Long run for Reddick. And he'll make the catch in foul territory. Maybin's coming home. Here's the throw, and it gets away from McCann. It'll go as a sac fly, and it's a 6-2 Angel lead.
And I like that aggression right there. Aggressive base running for Cameron Maybin. Ron Reddick, he had him go back to the bag. It's going to be a difficult throw for Reddick, even though he has a very strong, accurate throwing arm. Former Gold Glove winner. Going far towards that foul territory, and you have to get a lot on the throw as your body and momentum going away. Pretty good throw. McCann unable to catch it and apply a tag. 6th run of the game, scores on a sac fly by Albert. 44th RBI for Albert. 4-run score for Cameron Maybin tonight, first day back from the disabled list. And only after we found out after batting practice he felt good that he was put in the lineup, originally not in the starting lineup. Activated, and what a job he has done. 4 stolen bases, 4 runs scored, 3 for 3 with a walk.
And to think he wasn't in the starting lineup originally. Escobar swing and a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And during batting practice today, they waited to see how he felt after batting practice, going into the locker room, and then inserted in the starting lineup at the leadoff spot.
Quick pitch. This is bounced to foul.
That's a great look for Escobar. Always styling.
Breaking pitch. This is popped up. Middle of the infield. Carlos Correa puts it away. The Angels get a run on the sac fly by Pujols at 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Five and 12 since that 10-game win streak. Seattle hosting the Toronto Blue Jays, 0-0 top of the first, 9-2 in their last 11 games. Their offense has really been on fire. Now let's take a look at our showstopper around the majors. A surprise team and a surprise closer for Colorado. Greg Holland has been dominant so far with the bases loaded. It's Jason Hayward on a swing and miss, picking up his 23rd save of the season. It's the first place Rockies win. His ERA 1.14 for Holland and the Colorado Rockies.
Matt Shoemaker back to work here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's retired 9 straight. Gets Altuve, Correa, Beltran here at the bottom of the 6th for the Astros. Two strikeouts and a walk, 5 hits allowed for Matt. Altuve's 0 for 2. Double play ball in his first at bat, struck out in the 3rd.
And the last at bat, he struck him out on 3 pitches, all sliders. Little slider.
Off speed, got him to reach for it. J.C. Ramirez, Ricky Nolasco looking on. I think he'll pitch tomorrow. Jesse Chavez on Sunday. That's Juan Gratterall, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Juan Gratterall.
Done with the hoodie on. Took a quick glance as this one's out to Cole.
Pretty interesting to see there. JC just working on the different pitch grips. Gratterall did a nice job with JC yesterday in that game. When you think about it, didn't necessarily have the best stuff early on. They had some odd plays go against him, kept him under control, put himself in position, picked up the W.
Looked down to see the pitching matchups for the weekend. Looked back up and I thought, Ricky gained a little weight while I just took a peek away from the monitor. Not bad. What you do?
It happens.
It is what it is. Correa 0 for 2, a fly ball to right in the ground out.
Night for Cameron Maybin though. 4 steals, 4 runs scored, first time for an Angel to do that. Now the positives having Cameron Maybin back at that leadoff spot.
Two balls, no strikes. So it won. Great crowd tonight.
It's a great orbit too.
So we do the open with that thing on tomorrow. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, there's no doubt in that. That's a lot. From the Crawford boxes for sure.
That certainly wouldn't work up a lather on you.
No, not at all.
You got to put a turn signal on those when you make a left or a right. Seriously. Does it say behind it? It says wide turns. Be careful.
The Astro fans at a lot of the games.
Yeah, he's here all the time.
Yes. By the way, real good 2-seam fastball by Shoemaker to Carlos Correa. Runs that one in off the plate to get a swing and miss.
Beltran pulls one and knocked down by Valbuena. Shoemaker's there covering and they get the out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Matt Shoemaker, who's retired 12 straight, Kubi.
And I'll tell you what, the defense has been behind him because he's been throwing a lot of strikes. Valbuena, good range, knocks it down, perfect flip, the shoe to complete the inning. And now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento. We talked about the staff for the Astros. When you don't have to face Keuchel or McCullers, both dominant this season, 15-1, 1.60 ERA. The rest of the staff, though, 13-10, but an ERA at 4.68. Do not face either one of those pitchers in this series.
Bregman into foul territory. Valbuena retired on one pitch to start the seventh. Francis Martes, his major league debut. Third inning of relief. And Shoemaker locked in, 12 straight retired.
Getting some quick outs himself. Really been using his fastball very well and his slider tonight. Splitter's been solid, but going with fastball slider more so than normal.
Bouncer and under the glove of a diving Bregman. Simmons picks up his second hit of the night.
Bregman playing up just in case Simba would lay down a bunt. Enabled Simmons to get that one by him. Beautiful night here in Houston, and a relatively cool night for here this time of the year. What if Andrelton Simmons will be on the move? Also have that possibility to hit and run with Martes Maldonado at the plate.
Martes hit by a pitch last plate appearance. 1 for 2 tonight. Got a base hit back in the third. 6 runs, 11 hits, 7 left on for the Angels. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 2 left on for Houston.
Good scoop there. Find the can behind the plate.
Martes launches one out toward left field. Nori Aoki moving back. This one at the wall is gone. Big fly for Martes Maldonado. 8-2 Angels.
Boy, another solid game for Martes. We talk about how well he does behind the plate, but at the plate tonight, a single hit by pitch, and now a 2-run home run, 2 for 3 with 2 RBI for Martes. Slider that didn't get down and away, middle of the plate. And how strong Maldonado is. We talked about he doesn't give up that inner part of the plate. That's why he's been hit a number of times. He's able to get the barrel of the bat and lift. 2-run home run, 5th of the season.
Eric Young Jr. There's a 1-0 count. What a swing by Martes Maldonado. 2-strike count.
That was a pretty good slider there. EY Jr. swing and miss on it.
First big league strikeout for Martes.
That's a pretty good slider. Great location. Picking up that first career major league strikeout. Giving up his first career home run, first career runs, first career hit batter.
Just knock it all out in your
Yes.
first appearance, right?
Yep.
Get over the hump.
That way you've got that checklist all done.
Espinosa 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. AT HOU Halos, we are in the 7th. Two-one count.
A solid season Martin Maldonado is having for the Angels, both behind the plate, swinging the bat, leadership skills.
Late on that fastball. Two. Foul at the plate.
Certainly a good live arm from Martes. You see that fastball lower part of the strike zone at 96. But his slider at times flat.
Bounced that one off the foot. Astros at the bottom of the 7th have McCann, Gonzalez, and Bregman coming up.
Orbit doing a slow walk.
Yeah. Using the force. Tell you what, mascot, he does a pretty good job.
Yeah, he does.
He's entertaining. He's kind of out of the Philly fanatic school of mascots.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a good old time.
Three-two, Danny goes down, swing, to the third out. Stretch time here in Houston. Martin Maldonado extending the Angels' lead with that 2-run jack.
Home run number 5 on the season for Martin.
7th here at Minute Maid Park, deep in the heart of Texas, being played here. Matt Shoemaker back to work, and he has been fantastic tonight. 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits allowed. There's not a lot of base runners since the double to lead off the 3rd inning. Since then, he's retired 12 in a row. Ryan McCann to lead things off. McCann singled to scored in the 2nd inning, a fly ball to right in the 4th. So he's 1 for 2.
Fastball percentage certainly up in this game for Matt Shoemaker. He's been spotting his fastball inside and out, up and down in the strike zone. You want to go upstairs with a fastball.
One, two. Bouncing toward first, that goes foul.
Slider is slightly overthrown from Shoemaker. Now at 80 pitches.
Two. McCann pulls one down the line, but hooks foul. Almost 41,000 in attendance tonight.
And that split finger fastball kind of drifted. More so, it looked like a changeup from Shoemaker. Mentioned how many sliders and fastballs he has thrown in this game. His splitter hasn't quite had that darting action out of the zone, but his fastball has been good, as has his slider.
Popped him up. Simmons already in the outfield grass calling for it. One down.
92-mile-an-hour fastball from Shoe.
Donald's 1 for 2. Robbed of extra bases in the 4th inning by Eric Young Jr. .83 pitches for Shoe. Right side, Espinosa can't get it. Tomorrow Gonzalez snaps that string of 13 straight retired by Shoemaker. And join the Angels Friday, June 16th. Kansas City Royals are in town. Receive a Santa Rally Monkey courtesy of Farmer John while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. Two-hit game for Marlon Gonzalez.
Quite a few Angel fans down by that third base dugout, down the left field line. Imagine he will be swinging first pitch. This at bat has been patient so far.
Guys went down the left field line, and it's got home run distance, and that is fair and gone. Alex Bregman with a two-run blast makes it 8-4. And it's a 17th consecutive game in which the Astros have homered.
And you knew he was going to be hacking this time around. That first pitch, saw his numbers coming in the game on the very first pitch. And this slider backed up on him. Not one of the very few in this game for Shoemaker that he had located well with his slider. And just fair.
Charles Nagy out to pay a visit. Bullpen starts to crank for the Angels. Back-to-back hits allowed by Shoemaker. So an 8-4 game now. Certainly brought this crowd of 40,700 to life.
And you know how dangerous this lineup is. I mean, you just mentioned it, 17 straight games with a home run. The club record is 18 they did back in 2000. So they are a dangerous club, especially in this ballpark.
Orioles at the plate. Home run for Bregman is 7th. 22 runs batted in now. Oakland takes a strike, 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs.
The 96th home run by the Astros leads the majors in that category. Splitters, it just doesn't quite have the feel for it tonight for Shoe, but like I said, fastball has been very good.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Good life on his fastball, late on the swing.
Down the left field line, but slides him out of play.
Victor, I still think it's a product of his not a good feel for his splitter, because a lot of times you'll see Shoemaker try to finish off a hitter with a split, stayed with his fastball, Aoki late on it. Sometimes you don't have 3 pitches working during a course of the game, so maybe 2 of them so far for the most part, his fastball and slider have been very effective.
This one's out to center. Maybin's there. 2 down.
And gets another out with a fastball.
Jake Marisnick coming up, 1 for 2. Maldonado going out there to stall. Looks like maybe Jose Alvarez is trying to crank it up just in case Bariznik reaches. The lefty in the face. Reddick, who's on deck.
Already 2 hits in the game against Shoemaker. Going back to the fastball, still good velocity on the fastball, 93.
Oh, 2. Check swing foul. Going upstairs with it.
95 on his fastball from Shoemaker. No, more than likely this will be his last batter, not saving anything in that tank right now, going with the fastball.
The Ez is getting ready. Hernandez and Alvarez.
I like it.
Another 0-2. Way outside.
Still not a bad pitch though. Hard slider there. Pretty good location from Shu.
Back inside. And down goes Bariznik. So a 2-run home run by Alex Bregman draws the Astros a little bit closer. But we head to the 8th inning. It's 8-4 Angels.
weekend series as we head to the top of the 8th inning at Minute Maid Park in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. Ken French with you, a couple blocks away from the ballpark at Irma's Original, preparing very hard for the post-game show, as you can see, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers with myself and Jose Mota. But we're looking for the best Mexican food in town. It is Irma's. This is Irma, the original owner, started back in 1989, and we're going to have a full story on this establishment during the pregame show tomorrow. But guys, as we send it back inside, we are going to send gifts as well, some of this incredible food with a special message from Irma.
This is for you, Victor and Gooby. This is for you.
Nice. Oh, wow. Check it out.
Oh,
Wow,
this looks good. Oh,
legit grub right here. Can you see it?
Oh, this is fantastic. Frenchie, good job. By the way, you're not invited in here, though.
Hey, only the best for you guys. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, this looks great.
Frenchie only took you like 5 years to deliver, but we better than ever.
I have a lot of making up to do, I know.
Oh,
I'm working hard.
This smells so good.
Wow, nice.
Enjoy, fellas.
Thank you. Oh, Maybin a swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Look at the food. Looks like mole right here.
Oh.
Enchiladas.
Goodbye.
Carne asada.
Got me covered here for a little bit.
Yeah. Tamales.
Heaven. I'm in heaven.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Maybin's been on board 4 times. A single. 2 singles, pardon me. A double, a walk. 4 stolen bases. 4 runs scored.
This looks incredible.
Doesn't it?
Oh.
Maybin pulls one right to Bregman. Squared it up and right to the third baseman. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels that may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP.
Boy, Cameron Maybin, even his only out of the game, was a rocket.
Yep.
4 stolen bases, 4 runs scored, 3 hits, walk, and finally the Astros got him out on a line drive to third. Cole Calhoun has had a very good game himself, batting behind Cameron Maybin. 3 RBI for Cole. His batting average up now to 239. You look back to May 30th, his batting average 205. Steadily improving. It's Matt Shoemaker, solid. There, it almost looks as if Matt Shoemaker may be still in the game. That towel wrapped around the arm. Mike Scioscia got exactly what he wanted out of Matt Shoemaker, getting 21 outs so far in this game.
Three balls, 1 strike. Pujols on deck. Full count. And he walked him. So man on for Albert with one out here in the 8th. We're going to get the in-game box score for the Angels. Had 15 hits yesterday in their victory against the Tigers. 12 hits so far tonight. Maybin on board 4 times with those 3 hits and a walk. Both the game for Cole Calhoun, Simmons, and Maldonado.
The Angels have also picked up 6 walks in this game. See if Albert's aggressive on the first pitch here.
Now it gets away from McCann, so Cole will take second.
Thrown slider. McCann tried to scoop and throw that ball. It's away. Another man in scoring position. Try to get one of those runs back.
One-0. Evens the count. Albert 0 for 2 with a walk. Had a sac fly in his last at bat. 44th run batted in.
Boy, Albert's been real good on a fastball. Coming into the game, 371 on a 2-seam fastball with 4 home runs. May get one now. Got a fastball, but out of the strike zone. It was a 2-seamer. He's elevated.
Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Somewhat of a light wave.
Not quite like we see at the Big A.
Not quite. They're trying.
Star Wars night here in Bay Park.
2-2. Check swing. It's a full count. Never try. Escobar on deck. 3-2. Albert. First base side toward the dead line. It's out of play. Couple rows back. Another 3-2. This is hit towards short. Correa to his left has it. 2 down.
Oh, that range that Correa has at shortstop is outstanding. Off the bat, thought that might be an RBI single for Pujols. Instead, ends up being a 6-3 putout. The range by Correa, the improvement in the shortstop position, gathers himself, throws over the first to get Albert. Each year, the improvement in the fielding percentage. 981 coming into the game tonight. After 978 last season. Rookie season 967.
Off the plate. Cole standing at third base. Unell tonight 1 for 3. Doubled and scored in the third. Fourth inning for Francis Martes. That's a strike. 4-1.
Been a start in the minor leagues, so he's a guy that can give you some length out of the bullpen. 77 pitches from him.
Back toward the middle, and there's a base hit with an RBI. 9-4 as the Angels get one of those runs back. Now with his 18th run batted in.
Using that 36-inch, 34-ounce bat, hits the ball right back up the middle once again. You know, Escobar, second hit of the game.
A.J. Hinch is coming out. Looks like that's going to be it for Martes. Tony Sipp on in relief. A pitching change. Here at the 8th inning. Halos up. 9-4. This is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, the new benchmark of minivans. Test drive one at your local Chrysler dealership today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. Halos up 9-4. We are in the top of the 8th inning, 1 run in. Balbuena to face Tony Sipp. Unell Escobar standing over at first base. 20th game for Tony. No record of .450 ERA. 15 strikeouts, 7 walks, 16 innings of work. Balbuena 1 for 3. RBI single in the 3rd inning. Also walked to the bases loaded in the 1st, so multi-RBI game for Luis. All right, you got to admit that tried the mole, and it's unbelievable. Grounder over to Correa. More mole to come.
Yes,
We'll
indeed.
head to the bottom of the 8th. You guys know the score. We got to go eat.
Yes.
Thanks, Frenchie. Thanks, Irma.
We are in heaven right now. Oh.
Send upon Aaron Hills for one of golf's most anticipated events of the year. Dustin Johnson looks to defend his title, but there is a host of others. Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, and Roy McIlroy, just to name a few, primed to team golf's ultimate test to be crowned America's champion. 117th U.S. Open begins June 15th on Fox FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
I can't wait to watch that one. That's going to be a great tournament.
David Hernandez takes over on the mound. This will be his 21st game. Top of the order. Reddick fouls the first one back. Couple of hits tonight for Reddick. Single and a double. Two-one count. Altuve on deck, then Correa. And this one's out toward right. Sounded like he got it off the end of the bat. Cole on the track puts it away, one down. MLB.com at Bet, your #1 mobile app for live Angels baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Angels home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. So one out, nobody on. Jose Altuve at the plate. 0 for 3 so far.
Yeah, the Angels have done a real good job as far as getting some of those pitches off towards the end of the bat to keep in this small ballpark. Really solid job tonight by Matt Shoemaker. He did a real good job against Jose Altuve. Good numbers career-wise, 385 against him coming into the game, with 0 for 3 against Shoe, including a double play ball and a strikeout.
Down to reach for the off speed, a little out to shallow center field. 2 down.
And getting those hitters out in front, not allow them to sit back on a fastball.
Shoemaker tonight, 7 innings, 7 hits, including a home run, 4 strikeouts, a walk, 4 runs all earned. Looking for his 6th win of the season.
Again, another pitch where the hitter's hitting that baseball at the end of the bat.
Grab, diving stop by Escobar, gets up across the diamond and in time. Hernandez with a 1-2-3-8, and we will head to the 9th. Angels up 9-4. Nine-4 lead. Tony sit back out on the bump for the Houston Astros. He finished off the 8th inning.
Well, the
Halos
offense
here in the 9th will have, Gibby Simmons, Maldonado, and Young.
Well, the offense coming to life. That's 20 runs in the last 2 games, 28 hits for the Halo offense. And Cameron Maybin back in there. It's good to have him back, leading off.
Hamilton Simmons tonight, 2 for 4. Single and a double, and a run scored. Glad we're walking back to the hotel tonight.
We're going to need to.
Burn off some calories as it bounces short. One down.
I'll tell you what, that was amazing food. Now it's time for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Martes Maldonado, his last at bat. Brings his hand inside on that slider and drives it out to left center field. 2-run home run for Martes. Big game. On base 3 times. 5th home run of the season. 17 RBI for Martes Maldonado. Staying back well on that slider and driving it.
Jose Alvarez getting ready for the bottom of the 9th inning. Houston has Beltran, McCann, and Gonzalez due up. Martina, 2-hit game, 2 for 3 with a home run and a single, also hit by a pitch. Martes, who ended up making his major league debut tonight, 3 2/3, 4 runs, all earned, 5 hits, including a home run to Maldonado, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit batter. Kind of what we, based on the numbers that we saw from Martes at the minor league level this year, the consistency.
Yes.
Still, listen, he's 21 years old.
Exactly. Live fastball, 95, 96, slider sharp, but again, he's a little bit too quick on that. Flatten out some sliders.
2 down. Here comes Eric Young Jr. Bouncer to short, Correa. That ball took a weird hop. A 1-2-3 inning for Tony Sipp. He retires all 4 batters. We'll head to the 9th inning. It's a 9-4 Angel lead.
Even making that first start since coming back from the disabled is activated tonight. On base 4 times, 3 singles, a walk, 4 stolen bases, 4 runs scored. The catalyst at the top of the order is Cameron Maybin. He's had a fantastic game. He is our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. The Angels lead this one 9-4. What a game for Cameron Maybin. The Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. First Angel in club history with 4 runs and 4 steals in a game. 4-run score. What an effort by Cameron Maybin. Approved by the guys in the dugout. We're waiting around to see who we're going to give the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game, and they do approve.
Jose Alvarez on the bump to finish this one off. 31st game, 0-2 with a 4.71 ERA. Save under his belt. 18 strikeouts, 5 walks in 21 innings. Beltran spins around to hit from the right side. Hitless tonight. For 3. David Hernandez, a 1-2-3-8. This one's hit out to straightaway center field. Cameron Maybin is there.
And why would it not be hit to Cameron
right.
Maybin? First out here of the 9th.
Brian McCann 1 for 3 tonight with a single and a run scored. Two balls and no strikes. 28 hits combined for the Angels over the last 2 games. This one's hit into the shift. Espinosa's there. 2 down.
Trying to hold on there and win this first game of this 3-game set against the team with the best record in the majors, a team that has been playing exceptional baseball. Tone set early on in the first inning. Got an infield hit, 3 walks, scored a run.
Evan Gattis will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 9th for Marvin Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a 2 for 3 game. Pitch one to right field. First pitch swinging.
Well, he generally is up there hacking that first pitch, especially if it's going to be a fastball.
So men on board with 2 outs, and here's Alex Bregman. Homered in his last at bat. That was in the 7th. Chopper to short should do it. Simmons comes in on it, throws to second. Light that baby up as the Angels take the first of a 3-game set against the Houston Astros by the final of 9-4.
What an impressive game for the Angels here now. I mentioned 20 runs scored, 28 hits. As far as runs scored in back-to-back games, a season